You're welcome to this YouTube channel. What we are considering now is quadratic equation 2. Remember that we've done quadratic equation 1. This is the continuation. And here, the focus will be on graphical method. In this graphical method, I assume that you know how to draw your graph. You have your y-axis, x-axis, and you know to put your points and join them together. And I want to advise you at this point that you use French curve to join your curve together, or to join your points together, or if you know flexible ruler, you can train yourself to use French curve or flexible ruler so that your curve can look perfect. Now, this is the graph of the equation, and the equation is y is equal to 2x squared plus 2x minus 12. Here is the question. What is the solution of 2x squared plus 2x minus 12 is equal to 0 using the graph? Now, if you look at this question and the original equation given to you, you see that this side of the question is exactly this side of the question. So it means that your y is equal to 0. So when y is equal to 0, you have it at the origin, which is this point. Then you will draw a line, horizontal line. So you see this horizontal line joins the curve at this point and at this point. So it means your x, the answer, the solution, x is equal to minus 3 or 2. Let us look at another question. This is another question. In this question, the question says 2x squared plus 2x squared plus 2x minus 12 is equal to 4. If you use the idea of the previous one we did, you discover that 2x squared plus 2x minus 12 is exactly the equation given to us. Now, the only difference there is that 4. So it means that y is equal to 4. So what will I do? I will draw a horizontal line where y is equal to 4. Then I will have this point. Then that's the value of x, and this one is also the another values of x. If you look at this place, so that first point will approximately minus 3.4, while the other is approximately 2.4. This is another one. This is the question. I'm using the same question. So this is the question being asked here. This one says 2x squared plus 2x is equal to 2. When you look at this question critically, you discover that it's not exactly 2x squared plus 2 is not exactly 2x squared plus 2x minus 12. So what do? I discover that if I add minus 12 to that left side, it will be equal to the question given, equal to the original equation of the curve. So let me add minus 12 to both sides. So that will give me this. Having simplified this, I will get 2x squared plus 2x minus 12 is equal to minus 10. Now, if you compare this equation I just got, the left side, 2x squared plus 2x minus 12 is equal to exactly equation of the curve. So that minus 10 means that y is equal to minus 10. Therefore, I will draw a line where y is equal to minus 10. I will draw an horizontal line. I will have where the line meets the curve is the answer, which is this and this one. Therefore, my answer is approximately minus 1.6 or 0.6. This is another one. If you look at this question, this one is 2x squared plus 2x minus 12 is equal to x plus 2. As usual, the question 2x squared plus 2x minus 12 is exactly the equation of the curve. But the only thing is that x plus 2. So it means that y is equal to x plus 2. When you have this one is known as equation of a straight line. So what do? I want to suggest that you don't need to draw a table for this. Drawing a table for this like waste of time. So let us test what happens at the origin to the equation. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 plus 2, then y is equal to 2. When y is equal to 0, 0 is equal to x plus 2, and x plus 2 is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 2. So that one suggests to me that y is equal to 2 and x is equal to minus 2. So on my y-axis, where y is equal to 2, I will shade that place. On x-axis, where x is equal to minus 2, I shade that place. Then I join it together with a straight line. So where that straight line touches the curve is my answer. So this point and this point. So I will just put the value on that horizontal axis. So that will be approximately minus 2.9 or 2.4. This is another one. This is the question. Now, if you look at this question, it's not very similar to the equation of the curve. So what do? We can try to brainstorm that what can I do to make it look at that equation of the curve. But instead of doing that, we can just subtract the equation. So this is the original equation of the curve. Then this is the equation being asked. Then we subtract. So we have this. So the answer is minus x minus. So it means that if I add minus x minus 4 to the equation of 2x squared plus 3x minus 8, I will get the equation of the curve. So this is what will happen. So it will give us 2x squared plus 2x minus 12. If I add minus x minus 4 to 2x squared plus 3x minus 8, I will get 2x squared plus 2x minus 12. You know, I will add to both sides. So the other side, I will have minus x minus 4 because that's what I added to both sides. That one means that y is equal to minus x minus 4. So I will do what I did previously. So when y is equal to 0, when x is equal to 0, I will get y is equal to 0. You know, there is nothing like minus 0 or plus 0. 0 is 0. So y is equal to minus 4 here. Then when y is equal to 0, 0 is equal to minus x minus 4. So x is equal to minus 4. So I'll go to my y-axis where y is equal to minus 4. I go to x-axis where x is equal to minus 4. Then I use a straight line to join the two together. So where it meets the curve, that is where I will have my answer. This point and this point. So the answer will be approximately minus 2.9 or 1.3. Now we want to treat a past paper, and the past paper I'm considering here is May June 2016, paper 4 variant 2 number 4. To complete the table, where x equal to minus 1, I just plug in the equation given to me, x squared is minus 1 over x minus 4. So I get 1 plus 1 minus 4, that is 2 minus 4, that is minus 2. So I put minus 2 there in the table. Then when x equal to 2, I will plug in 2 into the equation. Then I get 4 minus 0.5 minus 4, which is equal to minus 0.5. So I fill in minus 0.5 into that space. Then the next question. On the grid, draw the graph of y is equal to f of a. Note, f of x and y, they are the same thing. So to draw the graph, I've already drawn the graph. You know, you plot your y-axis, your x-axis, put the dot there and join. And this type of graph is what is known as reciprocal graph. No, all the points on the reciprocal doesn't join together. So it's like the graph will be in two segments. Those. So this is the graph. You see the first part on left side, the second part on the right side. That's how reciprocal graph looks like. Now the question says use your graph to solve the equation f of x equal to 0. Remember, I said f of x equal to 0. F of x is the same as y. Where is y equal to 0? Y is equal to 0 at the origin. At that point. So I will just have my horizontal line. You look at this line touches the curves on 3 points. It touches it here. And the answer there is about minus 1.7. It touches it here. And the answer there is about minus 0.2. And it also touches it here, which is about 2.2. Find an integer k for which f of x is equal to k as one solution. This is the graph as usual. Now, what does this one mean? In the last question I just solved recently, the curve touches it 3 times. But this question is asking, where does it touch? Only once. If you look at the graph, it's from this place downwards. So it means that that place will be about minus 2.1. So if from minus 2.1 downwards, but note the question says find an integer k. What is an integer? An integer is a whole number. So when we consider after minus 2.1 or 2.2, the next integer will be minus 3. Somebody can say, why not 6 and above? Yes, 6 and above will have been correct. But note, in this question, there is no condition that, for example, find an integer k for which f of x equal to k has no solution for minus 3 less than x less than 3. There is no condition there. So it means that this place can continue to grow up. So by the time it grows up, it means that up as it grows up, we'll be having two solutions up there. So for you to have only one solution is strictly from about minus 2.1 downwards. Therefore, the answer is equal to k less than or equal to minus 3. By drawing a suitable straight line, solve the equation f of x plus 2 is equal to minus 5x. This is our graph as usual. Now, the question, I told you earlier on that f of x is y. It's the same thing as y. So I take 2 to the other side. So it's equal to minus 5x minus 2. Now, when y is equal to 0, I turn y to 0, then x is equal to minus 2 over 5. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to minus 5 multiplied by 0 minus 2. So y is equal to minus 2. So x is equal to minus 0.4 and y is equal to minus 2. I go to the graph. When y is equal to minus 2, I shade. When x is equal to minus 0.4, I shade. Then I use a straight line to join it together. It meets the course here. And the answer of that place is approximately 0.6. Also, it meets it here. So the answer of that place is approximately equal to minus 0.3. I want to add something at this point. Now, at times when you make y is equal to 0, you get value of x, or you make x equal to 0, you get value of y. It can be outside the range. You know, when a graph is given and you want to get that 2 point, the 2 points may not be on that graph. Why? Because applying that may be too large for the domain given to you. What do you need to do? Go to the table given to you in the question. This table. Now, on this table, you can pick two values that are not close to each other. For example, you can pick minus 1 and 1. What will you do? You will plug in for x when it is minus 1 inside this equation. You will plug in there. So for the first one, the value of y you get, you have that one as a coordinate x and y. Then you put 1 there. The value you have as value of x and y, then you will have the 2 points on your graph, then draw a straight line. It's not compulsory that you pick minus 1. You can pick any point. You can pick minus 3 and 3. You can pick minus 2 and 1. You can pick minus 0.5 and just pick two values on that table that are not close to each other. This is another question. In this question, f of x plus 2 is equal to minus 5x can be written as x raised to the power 3 plus ax squared plus bx minus 1 is equal to 0. Find the value of a and the value of b. Now going to the question, f of x plus 2 is equal to minus 5x. I just rearrange. So I bring minus 5x to the other side of the equation. Note that f of x is equal to x squared minus 1 over x minus 4. This is the original equation. So I will need to replace in the question. So I will remove f of x and put the original equation there, which is this. So I will just solve. Minus 4 plus 2 is equal to minus 2. I rearrange. After I rearrange, I multiply through by x. X multiplied by x squared is x cubed. X multiplied by 1 over x is minus 1. X multiplied by 5x is equal to x squared. 5x squared. X multiplied by minus 2 is equal to minus 2x. Now I just rearrange. Now if you look at the question, the answer we get now and the original question say that can be written as x cube plus ax square plus bx minus 1. That one means that this is our a, which is a has 5, and this is our b. Our b is equal to minus 2. As you are watching this, I don't want you to just watch for fun. As you are watching, try to practice. Have question by your side, your writing material, and try to lay your hand on as many questions as possible. And I'm very sure that you'll be glad you did. For now, bye.